Good evening and welcome to the Kim B. Davis Show. I'm your host, Kim B. Davis, and this evening I want to talk to you about joy. You know, it's July, it's 6 months into the year, and the year seems to be passing by very quickly. And so much is happening. We've had 300 plus mass shootings, and it, it is incredible to just wrap your mind around how every day when we turn on the news, we hear about another shooting. We hear about people being lost. I just returned from a brief vacation, mini vacation that was much needed, and was at the airport and saw the Highland Park, Illinois shooting and learned of the young child that was orphaned and thought to myself, wow, a family just going to watch fireworks, doing something that is just ordinary, everyday, very American that we all do. And his or her parents were lost. And it got me to thinking, 300 plus mass shootings. Every day there's political upheaval in our country. There's all this grandstanding, there's all this back and forth bickering and arguing, and everybody trying to make it seem as if they understand or they have the answer. Yet no one is talking to the other side. We just had the Supreme Court recently overturn Roe v. Wade. Wherever you stand on that issue is completely up to you. I'm not going to negate that. However, if you are pro-life, have you talked to people who are pro-choice? And if you are pro-choice, have you talked to people that are pro-life? This is not a conversation to say which side is right, which side is better. I use that example to show the polarization that we have in this country. We have an investigation into January 6th, an insurrection that happened in the United States that took place on our Capitol, which at the moment, many of us believe that it was something that was spurred on by our former president. It seems much more likely that it was, based on evidence and testimony that has been presented. And yet, people can't seem to find a common ground. You still have people who, after seeing it on television live, happen in your face, still trying to defend it as if it was, something different. Again, I say that to say we are extremely polarized. And many people like me who may be in the middle, may consider themselves moderate, may consider themselves moderate conservative or moderate liberal, however you identify. I've had the same conversation. Why can't we just agree to disagree? I don't know what the answer to that is. But I know that while I was sitting in the airport and I was thinking of this young child who lost their parents on what should have been a wonderful holiday for this 2-year-old, I thought, that poor child, where is the joy? Where's the joy in our lives? Because it seems like every day when we wake up, something is happened. Someone has been shot, someone has been hit, either by a runaway car, somebody speeding. I know here in my city, when I came back, I heard about a mother and her 4 girls that were hit by 3 teenagers driving. Car was damaged. The 3 teenagers attempted to flee the scene. There was an unknown hero who stepped forward, pulled over, and attempted to keep the teenagers from leaving. One of the teenagers pulled out a gun and shot at this bystander. This bystander shot back, wounded one of the teenagers. That teenager was caught. The other 2 were still at large as of last report, but that bystander died from his wounds from stepping up. There was another case that I saw. This is like within 2 days of me returning, and it was someone who was hit by another car. Another car or truck pulled up in a white, inconspicuous, no, markings on this particular van. Guy got out. Everybody thought he was a good Samaritan. He was helping the guy get his things out of his car, and as the guy went to the Good Samaritan's truck to put his things down, the Good Samaritan pulled out a gun. I thought, wow. So I've been on the side of the road. I was on the side of the road less than a year ago because I had a flat tire and I had to wait for AAA and all those good things. But I had people that I could call, and, you know, I thought, well, I'm okay. AAA will be here. It took them a little bit longer. But I did have people pull up, hey, are you okay? Do you need anything? I'm like, no, I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Well, if you need me, here, I'm a tow truck. Here's my number. I say that to say that we have become a society that's living on edge. We don't have our joy. We don't even have happiness sometimes. Sometimes many of us are living in fear. We are living in insecurity. We are living in doubt about the goodness of other people. We look at each other with a crossed look as if, what are their intentions? Do they mean me harm? And I'm not here to be Miss Pollyanna to say that, we should look at everyone with good intentions. No, you should always be careful because we don't know what people do. But what I don't want us to do is to lose sight of our joy. And I keep saying joy because it's very easy to watch the news and become depressed, to become angry, to become withdrawn, to become fearful that you don't want to leave the house. You don't want to do anything. But that's not realistic. Reality states that we have to go to work. We have to get up and do the things that we're responsible for. You have to go to the grocery store. You have to go to the gas station, all those things. And although there is pain at the pump, it is getting better. It's something that we have to do. Everything cannot be delivered like DoorDash and groceries and all of that. You still have to leave your home. And even when you leave your home, there's always going to be trepidation. But with that trepidation, you should have peace and joy in your heart. I want to give you a quote for today. Joy is the simplest form of gratitude. I want you to think about what you are grateful for in your life. And I'll start. I am grateful for everyone that tunes into the Kim B. Davis Show and that have been rolling with us since we started this journey. Thank you for listening. We are into our second year. It is 6 months in, and you guys are still here. Thank you for that. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my good health. I'm thankful to be in my right frame of mind. And for those that don't know, every time we hear about somebody doing something and they say it was a mental issue, thank goodness I didn't have to pull a gun out. Thank goodness I didn't need to go fuss at somebody. Thank goodness I didn't need to go fight somebody. I want us to remember joy. And let's talk about it. So joy is a feeling. Oftentimes we'll say, oh, I'm so happy, I'm joyful. But happiness is usually thought of as a connection to something. It can be a person, it can be a place, it could be a thing. For me, it's my coffee today. I am happy that I'm able to enjoy my favorite cup of brew. However, joy is a little different. Joy is connected to the love of coffee or the love of a person, place, or a thing. But joy can be a little bit deeper. Joy is that inner peace. Joy is never ending. When we wake up in the morning, you should be joyful because whether you believe it or not, you woke up. For those that believe in God, praise God that you woke up another day, that He allowed you to open your eyes. For those that are skeptical, and I understand your skepticism, you have to get there. You got to go in the book, the Bible, and read and understand it for yourselves. But for those that don't, still be grateful that your body woke up. because some people didn't. We lost 1 million people in the United States to COVID, and COVID is still rearing its ugly head. There's a new variant called the Ninja variant, and I thought, wow, we just come up with any kind of name for the COVID variant, but it's here. And everywhere you go, you're exposed. And someone just told me a story where a woman was approaching her 40th birthday. She wanted to buy this beautiful dress because she wanted to dress up for her birthday, was exposed to COVID and was dead 4 days later. And she was vaccinated and boosted, and she was in the medical field. COVID is still here taking people out. I want you to find your joy. I, like everybody else, get caught up in my responsibilities. I am a wife and a mother. I'm a podcaster. I'm a radio co-host. I'm an author, speaker. I wear a lot of hats. I do a lot of different things. And my family often pulls on me. And it's really easy to just tuck your head and go with the flow and take care and handle what you need to do. But what I realized before my vacation, I needed something to look forward to because I had just got stuck in a rut. I was just doing. And then as my vacation got closer and closer, I was like, oh, I'm excited. And I was excited because I was going someplace fun. I was going to have some new experiences. I went to a city, I went to New Orleans. Nolans for those that will correct me. I had never been there before. I had great food, went to some great concerts, had some great experiences, met some wonderful people, and enjoyed myself. And yes, it was very, very busy, but it was good. I was able to reset and recharge myself. I want you guys to be able to do the same. Know that your joy is an inner peace that you have within you. And for those of you that have a relationship with God, know that joy comes from keeping our eyes on God, keeping our eyes on things above. Oftentimes people will say to me, Kim, you never know what today may hold. You may get in your car and have an accident, and you very well could. You could die. I could walk outside and be on one of my walks and get hit by a car or whatever. All kinds of terrible things can happen. So all the material things that I have, they will all go away. I can't take any of that with me. What matters is how I make people feel, how people make me feel, and the places and experiences that I have that define me. That's joy. So I want you to keep that at the forefront of your mind of what joy is in your life. And joy may be something totally different for you. Joy may just be you sitting in your backyard or wherever having a cup of tea. You may not be a coffee drinker. Maybe it's having a glass of wine. Maybe it's going to sit at the beach. Maybe it's reading a book. Maybe it's going to the movies. Maybe it's traveling. Maybe it's spending time with your family and your loved ones. Or maybe it's spending time with a beloved pet. Whatever it is, find that joy. Find that peace in your life. Be grateful. Be thankful for what you have. And just know it's 6 months. It is not the end of the year. If you got slack or behind in your goals, there is still time. You can still get back up on the horse and right the ship. So thank you again for staying with me, for tuning in. And I hope that the next 6 months we will bring more great content for you to enjoy. And remember, joy is the simplest form of gratitude. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys know me as your host, Kim B. Davis. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, LinkedIn, everywhere on social media. And it's Kimberly Batchelor Davis. Bachelor is spelled BATCHELOR. You can see this show on youtube.com/Kimberly Batchelor Davis. You can also hear the show on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google, and Wisdom. Thank you again for tuning in. I hope you'll tune in for our next episode. And as always, remember, be magnificent.